How's it going, everybody? My name is Daniel Boxman. I'm with Think Mortgage. So a mortgage is a loan that you get in order to purchase a home. So when you go out and buy a house, most of the time it's a couple $100,000. Now, not everyone has the cash to purchase one. So what you do in that case is you come to a bank like us and we lend you a certain portion of money to be able to buy the house that you're looking for. So Think Mortgage is a mortgage broker. Now, what a mortgage broker does is we have about 15 different banks that we're able to send your loan to. For example, let's just say you're not the 800 credit score, 20% down buyer, right? Which a lot of people aren't, especially their first time. We have a lot of different loan options that can fit to help you still get into a home if you're, 3% down, or if your credit's a little bit beat up, or if you need kind of someone to walk you through the process. So the ability of the mortgage broker is to give you a whole bunch of, a wide array of loan options that can help get you into that house if you're not that top-notch buyer. We can kind of look around at the 15 different banks to make sure that you get the best loan, best product, and best rate available for you. So what we look for a criteria when you're purchasing a home in order to get qualified is a couple different things. Number one, we review your credit to take a look at your history of your payments to make sure you're in good financial shape. We take a look at your income to make sure that you're working and what kind of salary that you have. Also, if you're self-employed, we take a look at your history of that as well. We also take a look into your assets. So how much money do you have to purchase a home? So taking a look at your credit, income, and assets will give us a full financial picture of how you look and what type of mortgage you'll be able to qualify for. The first step is to get pre-qualified. So what that does, it'll give you an idea of how much of a house you should be looking at. But the home search process, which is what the realtors are going to help you with, like Oksana and Rashid, it really depends. Could take anywhere from 2 weeks to a year to find the house and get into it and close. So what locking a rate means is solidifying the interest rate you're going to have for your entire mortgage process. But that rate isn't determined from the beginning, since the rate is determined on many different factors, including property type, down payment, loan product, location of the house, etc. So you really don't obtain the interest rate and lock in until you have a signed contract on a house. And now we know you're going to be moving forward. Now, during that process, we'll lock the rate to make sure that, if rates go up or rates go down, that you're protected in obtaining the rate that we determined. The bank has the margins where we set the rates, but technically you can choose the interest rate that you want, right? Certain rates cost certain amounts of money. So let's say you want to get a super low interest rate. We'll give you plenty of options and you can decide which option is the best for you. Now, a commitment is basically the bank's commitment to lend you the money to buy the house, right? So they say, okay, we reviewed your income, your assets, and your credit, and we're going to lend you the money to buy this house. Clear to close is the step after commitment. So when you get a commitment, it's usually conditioned upon several things. Number one is sometimes the appraisal, title insurance, which is something you'll have to obtain. And the underwriter usually needs a couple additional documents of sometimes letters of explanations or additional things that need to be cleared before the bank is going to lend you the money. So once you obtain the title, the appraisal, all of the necessary items, and the underwriter deems your loan ready to close, that's when you get the official clear to close, and now you can schedule your closing. So title insurance technically is an optional thing that you need to purchase when you buy a house. But from my recommendation, it's something that's extremely important because it protects you against any liens that were filed on the property before you buy it. Let's just say, for example, you purchase a house and the previous owner maybe didn't pay their taxes for a long time and there's additional liens filed on the property that those particular lenders or companies can come after you if you don't purchase the title insurance to protect you, to make sure when you buy that house, all of those liens are cleared and taken care of, so you purchase that house free and clear. So it's extremely important to make sure you have a good title company to review that so you buy the house free of any prior liens. Also, a survey is extremely important because it gives you the outline of the property that you're buying, especially if you're going to want to put up fences and pools and things like that. You want to make sure that you're doing so within your property boundaries. So first-time buyers, a lot of people ask, so what do I do? Number one, most important thing, get pre-approved, right? Talk to me, talk to your loan officer. Make sure that you know exactly where you stand financially. You want to make sure that you put a budget together of where to go and start looking for houses. And number two, especially the way the market is, you're not going to be able to make an offer on a property unless you show that you're eligible to obtain a mortgage for that house. Now, just one thing to keep in mind, there's still the misconception that you need 20% plus down to purchase a home. That is definitely not the case. Most first-time buyers put down as little as 3 to 5%. So don't get discouraged if you don't have the $100,000 in the bank. We have a lot of different loan products, like I said, available here that might be able to fit your needs to get you into a home now instead of throwing that money away on rent. So if you think that over the next 6 months or 12 months that you want to purchase a house, let's have a conversation, right? It doesn't cost any money. We can review everything. We'll go through it in detail, and then we'll put you on a path to get you into that home ownership when you feel that you're ready. When you're working with a realtor like Oksana or Rashid, you're going to ask, okay, how do I get pre-approved? And they're going to recommend lenders to you. Now, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have someone that's going to be open and honest with you and communicate. So most people will sometimes like to go to their big banks when they're purchasing a house. You want to make sure you have someone that's going to explain to you in detail what you're going into. You want to make sure that you're comfortable with that person, and you want to make sure that they're going to answer the phone. Most of the time, you're going to be looking for houses on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, and doing that, you want to make sure that you have your bank and your loan officer available in case you have questions and you're ready to make an offer, so you know exactly what you're getting into. So I've worked with Rashid and Oksana for many years now, and they've done personal business with me and my family, and they're one of those people that no matter what, take your interest into consideration. You're their top of their mind, and you're their priority. So whether you're buying a house or selling a house, they're going to make sure that your needs are taken care of, and you're going to get the best deal possible, and you're not going to lose out on a deal because the realtor wasn't available to be there to put in the offer. Make sure if you have any additional questions, which you're a first-time buyer, I'm sure that you will, reach out to me. We work Monday through Sunday. Every day, shoot me a text, give me an email. You can come into the office for a free consultation. I'm happy to go over, answer any specific questions you have, and talk about your particular scenario to make sure when you go purchase a house, you're perfectly comfortable and ready to do so.